So this is my May reading wrap up with all 8 books I read in May. I think for the first time ever, I'm doing a reading wrap up without a Cosmere or Brandon Sanderson book in. I started off May with Graveyard Shift by Emma Rio. This was so good. This is genuinely like the best short novel that I've ever read. A lot of that being because I've never read anything gothic before and it just like really hooked me. And I also need to pick up If We Were Villains because I've heard that's even better. And then I read I Want to Eat Tteokbokki. This was a good book, but at times I felt like, okay, right, I'm kind of over this a little. The idea of it being the author's therapy notes was really, really cool, but it just wasn't really for me, considering I wasn't really feeling a non-fiction vibe at the time. Then I went into horror with Batita by Kylie Lee Baker. This was so good. This is the Illumicrate version. How pretty is this? I know, I go on about it all the time, but this book was awesome. It really unlocked a new side of horror reading for me. The Buffalo Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones was another side of horror reading. Bearing in mind I don't read much horror, if any at all, this taught me how you can embrace history within a horror book, and it was amazing. Caveat, it's not everyone's cup of tea, so if you didn't like it or you don't like it, that's completely fine. Then I moved over to The Expanded Earth by Mikey Please. This is a debut novel. This was actually really, really fun to read because it's a new twist and a new change and new messaging from the traditional humans have got tiny in our current world, oh no kind of theme. It's an idea that in like the late 90s, early 2000s was done so much in films and TV and movies. Really, really fun. Then I was feeling a little bit more fantasy, so I finished the Black Magician trilogy by Trudy Canavan with The High Lord. Great ending to a trilogy. I do think that this is one of those trilogies you can just read late at night because it doesn't require that much attention being paid to it. It's not like your Wheel of Time or your Cosmere books where you have to pay loads of attention to every single page because it's all world building. This is just like a fun read. And technically I finished The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang on like the 2nd day of June, but I'm still counting it because I read most of it in May. This was dark and this was really, really hard to read at times, but I really actually enjoyed it because the style of writing was completely different. And when I say different, it's different from like the Stormlight Archive and Mistborn and the Wheel of Time and other fantasy series that I'm used to reading. And then I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman as an audiobook. What a book. The best audiobook I have ever listened to, and I could not recommend this enough. This is so fucking funny. So there you have it. That is my May reading wrap up. That is the 8 books that I read in May. These were great books. I'm so glad in a nice way I took a break from the Cosmere because I was feeling a little burnt out. And now I've dived back into fantasy. I feel so refreshed. It's so good. Next month is definitely going to be a fun one because I'm diving back into epic fantasy. And for all of you epic fantasy lovers, which I know is a lot of you, you're going to love June's reading wrap up. But for now, let me know in the comments what you thought of these books. Make sure to like, make sure to follow, and happy goddamn reading.